You there. Let me in. Please let me in. You can trust me.
Hey, everybody's to shape. Hey, everybody's to shape. Back to another video. Now, before I get into this video, I want to state this real quick. Now, there's other debunkers on YouTube. And whatever I say in the video is my opinion. It's not theirs. Whatever I say, that's not them saying, it's me. You know, and, you know, it's sometimes, you know, I'll shout out, like for instance, I'm shouting out Mr. Gray. Some subs, you know, will go to his channel and be like, oh, you know, you believe the same thing the Shape does because he mentioned you. No, it don't work like that. We each have our own way of thinking, our own way of debunking. Beardo, all the same. We're all unique, and believe it or not, we can think for ourselves. That being said, I've been subscribed to Mr. Gray for, how long? Probably over 3 years. And I watched a video the other day where they're just debunk on Paranormies. Well, and by debunk, I mean 100% busted. They can't argue with it. You can't debate whether it's a good catch or maybe it's this or that. No, they got busted. And I wanted, I don't know if Mr. Gray found this catch or one of his, you know, supporters, which may be one of you guys. But it's a really good catch and I really wanted to document it. But I went back to watch the whole video because I wanted to look at the whole video, not just that segment. And I noticed, there's a lot of the same thing going on here. And I really want to get into it. Now, that being said, you'll want to watch this whole video. And you'll also want to find that secret word that's hidden. Let's get into it. This background is awesome. Now, I want to reiterate real quick. All debunkers have their own way of thinking. Because I say something in the video doesn't reflect what they think, how they feel about anything. Just want to make that perfectly clear. Both Beardo Get Scared and World of Gray will be linked down below. Probably in the pinned comment. Somewhere down there. Why? Because I'm a fan of their content, and you know, it's awesome having a fresh perspective because all three of us are different and unique, and you get all the sides. It's like the trifecta, you know. World of Gray, Beardo Get Scared, and of course me. And there's other channels starting to grow too, other little debunking channels. I can't wait to see how they turn out. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be doing debunking if I didn't love it. Now, Paranormies. I'm sure in this video I'm going to say some probably a little bit hateful type stuff. But it's coming from the heart. It's not like, you know, I'm acting it out. What I say is going to be real. Sometimes you just got to be real and let it flow.
All across the Indian subcontinent, the belief in spirits has existed in the hearts and minds of the people for millennia. Some of the oldest and most established ghost stories come from India, and the most well-known creature in Indian folklore is known as the Boot.
Ah yes, the Boot. Whoa, you see that? I know that's a bad joke, but oh, I had to. You know, when he starts off these videos though, it's almost like he's reading a brochure. Like you're going on vacation and you read, you know, Disneyland brochure, you know, this and that. I feel like he didn't write any of this. I feel like he probably took this off of, you know, some Google website that talks about Indian folklore or, you know, Indian traditions and just read it word for word.
I'll show you this. Got my stone from Patty, so whatever happens tonight, it's not going to be, you know who. Whoa!
Right out of the gate, the camera spins as he's talking into it, but what I found real funny is this look on his face. This is right before the camera spins. It's almost as if he expects it. He's already surprised before it starts spinning. Let's slow it down, I'll show you what I mean.
The surprise look is definitely before the camera spins. It's almost as if our guy here is expecting the camera.
I'd be out of there. By the way, it's raining now. Talking about production value. Listen. You hear that? You gotta love it. Wow. Maybe I can push through this video.
His name is Inesh, and he let me film in your house. I think this was your bedroom, right? We'll play this back again so you guys can take another look. I was just sitting on the couch, and the camera suddenly spun around like a top on my tripod, and because of that I had to like stop on get the ovulus going. I think I hear the REM pod downstairs. Yeah, the REM pod's going downstairs.
The reason I'm showing it like a big layout of the house when normally I don't do that is because the house itself and the position of the rooms and everything plays a kind of important piece to the debunks in this video that's coming up.
Redlining. It's a weird basement.
It's a weird basement. That is probably one of the most normal looking basements I've ever seen in my life. Looks like a basement. I had to point that out.
Let me in.
And this one still isn't. That's interesting because this was her bed.
He's coming up to a set of steps that go up another floor, up in the attic. And the reason I'm pointing that out because that staircase has a motion light at the very bottom before you go up the steps that turns on. It's right above your head as you go through that door. Just pointing that out because, well, it'll make sense later, I can assure you.
I was about to go upstairs and like check out the loft. You notice like in the footage that I kind of stopped for a second, and that's because I wasn't sure if the door to the loft was open or closed earlier.
But Johnny noticed it when he was editing the footage, that door actually had been previously closed, and now it was open with REM pod activity happening upstairs. Oh, the one upstairs stopped. Whoa. Can you touch the REM pod one more time for me?
Can't do that.
Can't do that.
Cut, come on, my shirt nearly come off. Let's do that again.
Can you touch it?
The motion light, as he stands still in the attic, turns off, and that's what they do. They stay on an amount of time and then they turn off until they're activated again. You've seen them turn off. Now as he's up in the attic, you're about to see them turn on again.
Yield. Whoa. The motion light on the stairs just went off again.
And, you know, fortunately or unfortunately for him, being as he's trying to catch a ghost, when he turns around, because that light's turned on, the motion light on the stairs, show clip here, as you can see his view, you couldn't see if somebody was down there on that first step, activating the light. and he made no attempt to run or peek over. Let's look at the layout one more time of where you have to be when the light gets activated.
Now his camera view shows exactly where the stairs are and where the motion camera is. He opens this door, takes a step in the room, and bam, the light comes on. Which, if this is true, which it is, then the person's right out of view of his camera angle.
Feature of this house, and something that was very helpful for me during the investigation, was there was a motion light actually installed on the stairs, and it's pointed directly downwards, and you have to be standing on the stairs in order to set that motion light off.
No, paraFakies, you don't have to be standing on the stairs. When you open the door and just take a step in, you don't have to even take that first step. The light comes on. You don't have to be on the stairs for the light to come on. You just got to be in that doorway. You can even stick your hand in through the doorway, which you know that's probably what you did. But you'll notice a reoccurring theme throughout this entire video is they're showing different perspectives, different cameras, but they're saying it's the same. These two cameras are going at the same time. Like, this what happens here, and here's this camera's angle, and then I got my handheld camera. And unfortunately, a little bit later, that's going to be your ruination.
And it had gone off like multiple times while I was just standing upstairs, just trying to communicate using the REM pod.
This next clip, I'm going to go ahead and point this out to you. He's at the bottom of the stairs, yes, the one with the motion light. Now, the bathroom is next door. It's across the wall. But the reason I'm pointing this specific noise out is it ain't coming from the bathroom. And it sounds like it's right behind the camera where he's at. Like, he's doing it. Now listen closely.
Ball on top of the stairs. What's that?
Now you heard the sound. Now let's go look at the bathroom. There's no way that sound comes from there. It's just not possible.
That shower curtain, excuse me, in that shower is completely closed. Completely closed. That'll play in a little bit later when it's cracked open a bit, as if somebody was messing with it. Now, yes, they could have done it off camera, but that's neither here nor there. They never said they did. Also, you're getting ready to see one of them glowing cat balls. That doesn't sound right, but you know, the ones cats play with. That when they hit it, it flashes. He's got one that's sitting at the top of those motion detected stairs, and he's at the bottom. Watch closely.
Maybe not. Okay, I think... Whoa! That ball's going off right now.
As he's downstairs, you hear him with his handheld camera. He says, okay, I think, and then he says blah, blah, blah. Then he shows the camera that's in the attic. And this supposedly has happened at the same time because you hear him say, okay, I think, and he says the same words, and the ball glows in the different camera angle. But I want you to listen, because even though the other camera's upstairs, his voice sounds identical. It shouldn't be that way. If you're downstairs and the camera's upstairs, it should be muffled a little bit. Yes, the volume's a little lower, but he just used the same voice clip.
Maybe not. Okay, I think... Whoa! That ball's going off right now.
They sound pretty similar. Now, this happens again because now the ball gets hit and knocked down the steps. You get it from both angles, the camera in the attic, and you get it from his handheld. The voice is just lowered. It's not muffled or anything, which means those two cameras, the sound would be way different because one of them is him downstairs and it's upstairs. But that's not what... I want to talk about the camera angle. When you're looking at that ball, you can't see the front of that ball and you can't see down in them steps. Right? You can't see. They got the cameras on the floor and the ball's way away from it. Somebody could pull a string and you couldn't see it. And then he just makes the clips, which is what he did. He filmed them 2 different times and then act like they were happening at the same time.
Thank you for being active and using the equipment. Manisha, one more time, please. Can you touch the motion ball?
Now coming up, the ball is getting ready to fall, and you're getting it from his handheld perspective. The ball's at the top of the stairs. All right. He turns the camera completely around right before the paranormal happens. Why? Why would you? And then right when he turns, there it comes falling, it caused him to turn back. What it is his buddies at the top of the stairs, they're pushing the ball over. That's what they're doing. They're just tipping it right over because he don't have the camera on it anyway. You're just going to see the aftermath.
Whoa! Oh. Okay. Whoa! Oh.
They were filmed 2 different times. He's saying they were happening at the same time, but they're not.
He does that a lot. See, he's acting like they're happening at the same time. Now you see the camera angle in the attic, right? But the problem is somebody could be there, taped a string to the ball up there. The camera ain't going to see it and pulled and let the ball fall. But the way he done it, he just cuts them together like, oh, they're happening at the same time. And then he overlays the same sound because we done found that out because they sound identical. They don't sound muffled, which means it's just an overlaid sound. He turned the volume down a little bit because he don't care about at least faking it to make it seem legit. It gets worse.
Maybe I was trying to coax a reaction out of her because, you know, me being a stranger in her bed, you know, that would freak most people out. And Inesha told me that he had seen a physical manifestation of his mother, and I thought my best chance at that would just be to, you know, lay in her bed and ask her questions. And I can see why some people might say that would be like rude or disrespectful. I really didn't feel it that way. I was just trying to do everything I could to make the closest connection to this woman.
Scanning.
Okay, Manisha. This is the bed that she... UK. This is the bed that she died in. So...
Here comes the part, ladies and gentlemen, this entire video is based around. Now, like I've said in past videos, some debunks are okay, some debunks are great. Some are fantastic. And then there's some that are 100% confirmed, can't be argued with, Holy Grail debunks. And this is one of them.
This is something that I can't believe happened. I'm kind of like embarrassed that the ovulus said the word kitty, which is something like super important and super relevant to what Inesh told me about, you know, seeing the cat near his car in the back alleyway after his mother had passed, and how the boot can transform into animals, and it said kitty. It was super relevant, but I totally missed it because I was so just hyper focused on the K2 meter. Just quiet now. I'm definitely getting a really weird feeling. I'm actually in the bed that she died in. It almost feels wrong for me to be in here.
Watch out, David Copperfield. Here comes the debunk we have all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I holding a hammer? I'm going to show you this clip in its entirety.
You said that earlier, didn't you? What does that mean exactly? Okay.
There's a lot to unpack here. Now, you know how I love to say, did you catch it? Did you see it? Well, let's break it down.
Now, he hears the noise in the bathroom as he's laying there, doing his investigation. Oh, the bathtub turns on, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as he gets up, he's showing both camera angles as if they're happening at the same time. Now, he gets up. He starts walking toward the hallway, and as you notice, he leaves his phone right there on the bed as he walks toward the bathroom.
Now, as he gets up to go investigate the faucet being turned on in the bathroom, he leaves his phone on the bed, right beside the pillow. Right?
Now, he walks toward the bathroom without his phone. His phone's on that bed. He gets scared. Now, he does a little spin. Now watch, he pans back into the bedroom and the phone is gone. It should be right there on the bed. What happened? Two different shots.
Yes, you saw that correctly. He leaves the phone on the pillow. He gets up, walks off, then shows his camera angle. Then when he gets scared to death from the thing in the shower, walks back, he pans into the very same room he was sitting in with the phone on the bed. But the phone disappeared. Huh. Yet it's supposed to be happening at the same time. Huh, how does a phone just vanish? Oh, because it's a different take and you forgot to put the phone back down there. Continuity, ladies and gentlemen. Continuity.
Now, let's talk about when he gets scared. He runs backwards. Now, watch this. He pans around this room for no reason. Took him 1.5 seconds at regular speed. Then he walks back there. Now, that's why I think they didn't run out of the bathroom at this point, because they would have had to look out the bathroom to see him spinning, and they would have had to time it perfect. Then they would have had to run across the hall to the bedroom. And 1.5 seconds, and plus they can't see him, I don't think that's when it happened. So the person is still in the bathroom. He had no reason to pan into this room. It took him 2 seconds of the bathroom door being off camera when he panned into that room. They gave him enough time to step out of the bathroom as he's pointing the camera into the bedroom. From the time he saw the apparition, there were no cuts to when he went back to the bathroom. Why would you point the camera into the bedroom for 2 seconds when the threat's in the bathroom to allow the person in the bathroom to leave? All through the video, the shower curtain keeps changing. That's before, as the paranormal happens. You see it's spaced. And now, after the paranormal happens.
When all that goes down, it is hard to find a cut. There are places where it's a possible cut, but it would be a really good job of him to do that, speed cut like that. I mean, when you see a ghost in a bathroom taking a shower, and you're going backwards, like running away from the door like he did, and then why would you spin the camera and turn it around the other way when the threat's in the bathroom? You've seen that threat, right? Also, you could hear what sounded to me like, right, as he backs away from the door from being shocked, the bathroom door, sounds like you hear the shower curtain open. And let's look at a before and after. A before and after of the shower curtain. I want you to show you the shower curtain when the ghost woman's in there. And you can see how far it is from the wall, how far it is opened. Yet, when he goes back into the bathroom, it's even further open. So somebody come out of that shower. Somebody did. Now the question would be, where'd they go? Or are there a hidden cut from the time he gets startled, goes backwards, spins, and then comes and spins into the other room where, the phone vanished, and then goes back into the bathroom? Is there a hidden cut that he did so good? Comment below what you think.
Paranormies Army, the time has finally come. We've been working on this for months now, and we are so glad to finally be able to announce the launch of our brand new website, www.paranormiesofficial.com.
Yay, a Discord with Paranormies. That means, ladies and gentlemen, that they're putting their content behind a paywall, and you have to pay good money to watch it. So, if you're a long-time supporter of theirs, who have gave them view after view after view, like after like after like, if you don't pay that extra money, there's content you just ain't going to see. And this, stuff like that, that's what really makes me lose respect for a YouTuber. I went into the comments. A lot of them were pretty heartbroken supporting these guys, and then all of a sudden they put all the good content behind a paywall.
In conjunction with the new episode, Trapped in the Basement Part 2, and yes, this means that the website will be the only place that you are able to view the episode for paying members only.
I'd be completely ashamed of myself. Now, I understand for Patreons you do extra. Don't get me wrong. My Patrons have never asked me for anything, but that's neither here nor there. But you never, ever put content behind a paywall. Now, if you do a video like behind the scenes for them on Patreon, that's fine. That's fine. That's behind the scenes stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the actual content that people come to you to watch, you don't do that.
Posted on the website will contain graphic clips and subject matter that we would never be able to post on YouTube. But they will be available completely uncensored at paranormiesofficial.com.
That's just a bold-faced fib. What is it in the paranormal field is too hot for YouTube? What could possibly happen on a regular basis, because you have to have regular content for the Patreon? What would happen to make it just, oh man, this is too crazy for YouTube? What's that ghost going to do to get you demonetized? Seriously, think about that. That makes no sense whatsoever. A ghost is going to be a ghost. If ghosts are real, they'll scare you. I mean, what's it? Is he going to run around naked or something? Is that why you can't show it?
The truth is, there's been so much stuff that we haven't been able to show you guys, and we wouldn't be able to show you guys because we can't post it on YouTube. But on our website, we can post anything we want, no questions asked. In addition to completely uncensored videos and live streams, members of the website will be able to have access to at-cost merch. That means you pay what we pay plus shipping, and that's it.
Now, Mindseed, I know you're going to watch this video, okay? So, what you're doing, you're putting your fake content behind a paywall. That's what you're doing. And people will have to pay for your fake content. Hey, to each their own, but I'll tell you what, that to me shows what a YouTuber really thinks of their supporters. I'm just being real about it. You should never put the content that you're supposed to put on YouTube behind a paywall. Like I said, if it's behind the scenes stuff, that'd be different. That's a shame. Or if it's a video directly to your Patreons, that's fine. But not the content that you're supposed to put on YouTube anyways. You know, supporters, I don't know why YouTubers treat their subs like they're dumb. Like they can't see through stuff. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion, but they can see right through it. They always have. Your subs are your lifeline. They're you. They don't have to watch you. They can go watch somebody else. And when you do that to them, they don't forget, and I don't blame them. You need to listen to them too. You can go down to that thing called a comment section. You might have been there a time or two. Look at how many people were heartbroken because, you know, you did that. But hey, you know what? Sell that fake, fake ghost videos that you so adore to put behind on Patreon and stuff. You do it. Like I said, I know you're going to watch this video. I don't hope anything bad for you. But what I do hope is I hope your subs see what I see. I do hope that. I hope they see exactly what's going on there. But anyway, guys, I'm getting a little bit too mad. World of Mr. Gray and even Beardo Gets Scared, that'll be linked down below. I love you guys and I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Y'all come back now, you hear?